Now here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. But listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost and what you had and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. You know. Now here I go again. I see the crystal vision. I keep my visions to myself. It's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams and have you when it grieves you like yourself. Dreams of loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost, what you had, oh, what you lost. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. When the rain washes you and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. You know. You will know. Oh, you know.
Concrete, concrete, shining everywhere. Moonlight's bright in the Keystone Gate. Meet me at the street light, gonna take you there. Take you rooftop dancing. Summer, throwing my body in the air, making the jump from ledge to ledge. Long hair flying, we're out of breath, we're rooftop dancing. Look at, look at, look at, I can see everything. Babies double dutching, singing their names, counting off time, doing their thing. Look at, look at, look at, I can see everything. Babies double dutching, singing their names, counting off time, doing their thing. Sidewalks beaming out over the bridge. We all running and running dead. Summertime breaking, but we're chasing it forever. Run, girl, takes it. Concrete, concrete, shining everywhere. Moonlight's bright and the kids don't care. Meet me at the street light, gonna take you there. Take you rooftop dancing.
You're washed up and you're hated. You've lied, you're berated. You're despised, contaminated, defeated, isolated. People look at you, a puzzle, not a clue, to be sold by only you, as if you were not real, as if you could not feel, as if they could not help, extend a hand in well, information, a declaration.
We get together sometimes, talk about how we used to get together sometimes. How we used to live together sometimes.
Or something positive.
Sometimes we get together sometimes, talk about how we used to get together sometimes.
Are you positive?
Live together sometimes.
I don't know how I can live if you're positive. If you're positive. With certainty, can you tell me a decision's made? Our best plans lay to rest. Do we now take a test of our certainty? Of our certainty, will that set us free?
And when we lose ourselves, do we lose our trust? Prisoner,
Together sometimes, talk about how we used to get together sometimes. How we used to live together sometimes.
or something positive.
Sometimes we get together sometimes. Talk about how we used to get together sometimes.
Are you positive?
Live together sometimes.
I don't know how I can live
If you're
positive. Lucky, slow it down. This might be my kind of sound. Psychedelic, oh wow. I didn't listen to your sound. Now I don't know who I am. Now I don't know who I am. Now I don't know.
Hi everybody, I'm Mitra Johari, live on the carpet.
And I'm Sandy Honig, standing on the grass.
We are here live. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you so much, Mitra. And again, we are live. Back to you, Mitra.
Back to you, Sandy.
We are so excited to announce that we are hosting a fundraiser for the Sunrise Movement Los Angeles this Friday, October 9th at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Back to you, Mitra.
Sunrise Movement Los Angeles has endorsed 9 amazing candidates who are all fighting for a Green New Deal.
Nithya Robin,
Fatima Iqbal Zubair,
Sasha Renee Perez,
Holly Mitchell,
Miana Dellinger,
Angelica Duenas,
David Kim,
Constantine Anthony,
and Godfrey Santos Plata.
We are here live. Back to you, Sandy.
This Friday, the stars truly are out to support these sensational candidates. Gonna flip it back to Mitra for more on that.
The stars sure are out. There's no denying that. Back to you, Sandy.
Agreed, Mitra. Back to you, Mitra.
With appearances and performances by
my friend and yours, Jane Fonda.
My ex-boyfriend, Joaquin Phoenix.
My twin sister, Amy Poehler.
Katie Bryant.
Bobby Burke.
Io Debris.
Demi Adichie.
Julio Torres.
Bonnie Wright.
And more.
And musical performances by
Soccer Mommy.
Madison McFerrin.
And more.
Visit this link to see who will win the award.
I can't wait. And make sure you donate to these amazing candidates.
Please tune in.
It's Hollywood's biggest night, folks.
I couldn't agree more, Mitra. Back to you, Mitra.
Back to you, Sandy.
Back to you.
Sandy, back to you.
It brings me no joy to say this, but back to you, Mitra.
And I can't emphasize this enough. Back to you, Sandy.
Back to you, Mitra.
Hi, Mitra, and hello to all of our gorgeous viewers at home.
I'm so happy that you could join us today on Hollywood's biggest night.
It really is a star-studded event, the likes of which people will remember for years to come.
And you know what they always say in this town, because Sandy and I are, of course, in Hollywood at this very moment. And people in Hollywood always say the biggest night in Hollywood is a virtual live stream grassroots fundraiser hosted by 2 alt comedians.
I would say that's true. And, you know, some people are calling this the Oscars of, you know, local grassroots fundraising for local candidates.
And I don't disagree with that. And Sandy, where are we right now? What are we doing right now?
Like in a sort of like a bigger universal sense of like, you know, where are we? Who are we?
So for me, I was asking sort of in a less existential, more sort of like brass tacks, sort of like what are people watching right now other than us wearing our loudest clothing?
For me, I sort of interpreted that question as a sort of, you know, where are we? We're on this just gorgeous spinning marble in the middle of space. You know, where are you? Who are we? What are we doing? Sort of the bigger.
Can I share something with you that happened just before this live stream began? Is I sat down and I simply destroyed the dress that I'm wearing. In the mere act of sitting down, I ripped from ass to bottom the dress that I am wearing. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sunrise LA fundraiser.
Yes, this is a fundraiser that is put on by the LA hub of the Sunrise Movement, which, you know, for those of you who aren't, you know, we'll talk a little bit about what Sunrise is. This fundraiser show is benefiting all of Sunrise LA's endorsed candidates for the 2020 election.
9 of them.
9
candidates
that are fighting for a Green New Deal.
And we need that despite what you might have seen at the VP debate. And that will be the last time that comes up tonight. These people believe in a Green New Deal. So do we. So do you. We are so excited to fundraise for these candidates and have some fun. But before that, we just wanted to sort of explore something sort of troubling that Sandy and I uncovered regarding the Sunrise Movement and particularly our involvement.
Yes. So without further ado, I'm going to whip into the tech portion of the show. Oh. And look at how seamless I did it.
Okay, and give it up for Sandy Honig, woman in STEM.
That is right. I am a woman in STEM because I just learned how to hit the share screen button. So give it up for me. So what is the Sunrise Movement?
Incredible question, Sandy. I mean, I certainly would love to know. Could there be a slide discussing that?
I bet there is, Mitra.
The Sunrise Movement is a youth-led political movement for climate justice. Huh, wait.
What is youth? And that's sort of, when I read a youth-led political movement for climate justice, the thing that I am immediately zeroing in on is the youth part. What is youth?
Okay, Webster's dictionary defines youth as the time of life when one is young, especially the period between childhood and maturity. Okay, well, interesting, because I'm not quite sure where I would situate us in that.
Yes, so, this leads us to our next question, our biggest question of the night. Are Mitra and Sandy too old to be in the Sunrise Movement? And this is the question that is on the tip of the viewer's tongue. The second you tuned into the stream and you saw youth-led movement, you said, huh.
Interesting. These women, while gorgeous, while gorgeous, might not be youth.
Yes. And Mitra and I are, we've recently joined a Sunrise Movement. And I would say that the thing that, made me most nervous was I said, am I allowed in?
Yes.
So we wanted to give a little presentation of, the facts.
We're just presenting the evidence.
Which, first of all, rude.
Rude of you to question whether or not we can be here. That's on you.
And I forgot I put that slide in.
And so did I, but I think we really covered it, and it's kind of an amazing way where no one could have guessed that we both forgot that there was another slide.
We wanted to give some proof.
Oh, and I'm getting a lot of texts from the movement, and they're saying you guys really pulled it off. So the movement is really happy about the way that we're doing.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. I literally just got a text from the Sunrise Movement saying, did you guys forget about that slide?
Oh, whoa. So we're sort of getting conflicting stuff. So I guess the most important thing is to just sort of lay out the evidence.
Yes.
So first, some proof that we're young. I'm learning how to skateboard. That's true. Yeah. I really hurt myself, but I am learning.
She does a really good job. And although I will say that when you went skateboarding recently, you did afterwards, your entire body hurt.
I really, really hurt myself. Yeah. So,
but proof we are young.
Proof we are young. I
can do backflips.
And that's true.
Sandy, and that's true. Haven't tested it in a while.
But Sandy can do the flippy, and that's a young thing.
That's a thing for the kids.
It's a young thing. You wouldn't understand. Oh, we have TikTok accounts. So that's young.
So we are young.
Tonight. Okay. Sandy's 5 feet tall.
I am 5 feet tall, which is, you'd say, a thing for kids.
That's a thing. You should outgrow that.
I would say that 5 feet tall is kid stuff.
You are too old to be 5 feet tall.
That is true.
And I'm not finished with college yet. So I have not yet completed my degree.
Which technically means that you're 20.
Yeah. I have achieved the education of a 20-year-old. If someone does not stop or take a break, you would think that I was 20 based on my level of education. Okay. So.
Oh, and of course, if we wear a backpack, people will ask us if school let out early.
Yes. So.
Yeah. So we're young. We look young.
We're young. And then just to be fair, we want to just kind of give the proof that we're also old.
Okay. So.
We have a lot of gray hair.
We both have a lot of gray hair. We filmed something last year in which we had to dye our hair because we were told the characters we were playing wouldn't have gray hair. And I believe the characters we were playing are older than us.
Yeah, I mean, we wrote the show, so. I agree.
We both have really bad backs.
Mm-hmm. Bad knees also. So bad bodies.
Bad ankles.
Bad ankles.
Sort of bad all around.
It's not good.
Shot. Always throwing up.
Every food makes us sick. So one of us shit our pants a few times last year, and we will not disclose the name of the person who did that. because she's not over it yet.
I take a fiber supplement every day. So
I don't really get computers, which feels like something that a digital native wouldn't be dealing with.
I guess a digital native like yourself.
I'm not a digital native, but otherwise I'd understand computers. So
I have a Roth IRA.
And, you know, I want to sneak in a young thing, which is that I still don't really get what that is. So I feel like that's a young thing.
That is a young thing, I would say. But I would say having a Roth IRA from the age of 20 is a Jew thing. I can say because yes, I am Jewish. Oh, sorry. I'm culturally Jewish, but fiscally conservative. So.
Oh my God. Oh, too old to be on parents' insurance. That's true.
That is true. We cannot do dairy. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry to any of the dairy folks who are here. Oh, and I have to wear a wrist brace when I type because of my bad wristing.
And my favorite food is Werther's Originals.
Which is true.
Which is true. And I have them right here for all my little breaks. When we have guests, I have a little treat for me.
And, you know, we here believe that, you know, we're not able to speak on this in an unbiased way. Of course, we think that we are both 18 years old, but birth certificates would say it otherwise. And we want to leave it to you, the viewer, to decide how, if we are too old to be in the Sunrise Movement.
So we want you to exercise your civic duty and vote. Okay, please vote. It is the most important way to make your voice heard. You know, this is a great way to, you know, practice voting before November 3rd. So if you can go to this link, which you'll have to type it in, I'm so sorry.
Open a new tab.
And we just
want to say, at any age you can vote for this.
You don't have to be 18 to vote for this. And I will say, you'll notice that I used Cut.ly instead of Bit.ly, and that's because I don't have an account on Bit.ly where you can make a custom URL, and Cut.ly is free.
So, sponsored by Cut.ly.
Yes, this show is sponsored by Cut.ly. We are in the Cut.ly lounge here.
This is actually made by some of the seamstresses at Cut.ly.
And these earrings are actually made from recycled Cut.ly lids.
Sandy, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Should we get this show going?
Oh my God, I think so.
We have such an exciting lineup of people. We have speeches from amazing candidates. We have actors. We have musicians. We have people from the Sunrise Movement. This is truly an amazing collection of people who are all here to raise money for these incredible 9 candidates. And I hope you are too. Please, at any time, visit bit.ly/rise-LA, all lowercase, to donate, which is hopefully where you are right now.
That's where you are. And if our sources are correct, you're probably on the Act Blue page already.
Oh, the odds of that in this day and age.
That makes it so easy to donate to these amazing candidates that I can't even.
Dare I say it couldn't be easier? And
I dare you to say it.
It could be easier.
It could be easier. I dare you to say
it. Could be easier. So
please donate while we introduce our first guest, who is a close personal friend of both of ours.
Yes, this is someone that, you know, this name came up and we were like, oh, easy. Like, we're on a text thread with this person. Like, we're talking every day. We're so close. Like this.
Yeah, we were already talking about, like, I was going to house sit for her this weekend. So it was really easy to just kind of jump in the text and say, hey, would you hop on the stream? Do a little, you know.
Pop in.
Just pop in.
Just pop in.
So we are so excited to introduce our first guest of the night.
Literal icon.
Literal legend. Give it up for Jane Fonda!
Hi, I'm Jane Fonda. The LA City Council is more powerful than most people realize. We don't recognize its power because, as currently constituted, it doesn't get much accomplished for we the people. It works for big money, real estate developers, for instance. As you may have heard, I'm very concerned about the climate crisis, which is already having negative impacts on things like the economy, health, wildlife, where it's safe to live, national security, farming, water supply. It affects every aspect of our lives. The mayor of LA has introduced a Los Angeles Green New Deal, but his goals are not serious enough. They need to be strengthened and implemented, and a strong progressive city council can make that happen. I'm supporting Nithya Raman for LA City Council because she is not beholden to big money and real estate developers. As an MIT graduate who spent her career fighting to end homelessness and improve Angelino's quality of life, Nithya will be the changemaker that we really need in this city. Her policies include cutting our fossil fuel emissions in half by 2030, while heavily investing in good jobs, making energy efficient upgrades to LA's older buildings, including apartments and low-income housing, and requiring buffer zones between oil drilling and homes. Nithya is a brave woman who will fight for all of us, including those of us who've been neglected for too long. Please welcome the brave, wonderful, my friend, Nithya Raman.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much to the Sunrise Movement Los Angeles and to Jane Fonda and all of the other incredible hosts for putting together this incredible event to support candidates who have been endorsed by the Sunrise Movement here. I'm very, very proud to be one of those candidates and to be sharing the stage with all of these other incredible people who are leading the movement for action, local action on climate crisis. I ran for this seat because the city of Los Angeles has an incredible amount of power to take action on climate crisis. And so far, we have not seen in LA the kind of urgency and the kind of action that we need to in order to really use these powers effectively. The city could be moving us towards 100% renewables within 10 years. The city could be shutting down oil wells that are polluting communities around them, primarily communities of color. The city could be helping us to get out of cars and into other modes of transit. The city could be reducing emissions at the port instead of allowing them to increase as they did recently. On all of these tools, our city just is not moving fast enough. And that's why I'm very excited to be endorsed by the Sunrise Movement Los Angeles, because I feel like this moment, when so much of California is burning with wildfires, when our air is getting worse, and when things feel so bleak with regards to our ability as a nation to combat climate crisis, at the local level, I know that if we can build up enough of a movement that pushes our local elected officials to use every tool that they have, we can still take meaningful action on climate change at every level of government in America. I'm so excited to be here with you. Thank you again for everything that you're doing to support this campaign and to get the word out. And I'm very, very excited to these next few weeks.
Nithya!
Give it up for Nithya Raman, ladies and gentlemen. And did y'all hit that donate button?
I want to say they did hit that donate button because we have crossed the $5,000 mark.
Can you believe that?
That's amazing. What an amazing way to start
We've had
the show.
142 donations already. I cannot believe this. I'm freaking out.
And we're 22 minutes into the show. I mean, imagine we're going to be 44 minutes into the show.
I mean, I can't even imagine what that would be like because I live in the moment, Mitra.
Sorry, I'm more of the future thinker. I'm sort of like crunching the numbers. I'm data driven. I love analysis. And Sandy's sort of like the live fast, die young, bad girls do it well kind of energy that we love. That we love.
Exactly. Left brain, right brain. And that's why this whole thing works, man. And you know what, really quick, I do want to share the results of the poll that we
and I just want to, before you do this, I want to say, I don't know the results. Sandy has not shared the results with me. So I'm finding out with you if we are too old to be in the Sunrise Movement. And also, if we are too old, it's gonna cast a really dark cloud.
So I thought I shared it, but there we go. The are in, folks. It is an overwhelming no that we are not too old. And guess what, viewers? If you are like us and you are in your, I'd say Mitra's mid, I'd say I'm late 20s.
Generous, thank you.
Then you can also join the Sunrise Movement.
If you are any age, what's amazing is that if you are any age, you can join the Sunrise Movement. But specifically, Sandy and I are allowed in the Sunrise Movement.
But I love being a part of the Sunrise Movement. It's so inspiring to work with all of these like young people that are really passionate about stopping climate change and getting environmental justice. And I have been having a blast.
I mean, I told Sandy this, but like the week of the fires in LA and the week after, I was feeling so sad and scared and upset. And Sandy is the one who pointed me in the direction of the Sunrise Movement. And it has totally invigorated me and inspired me. So I just want to say thank you, Sandy. And thank you to everybody who is a part of this movement. I really feel hopeful because of all of the energy and enthusiasm and intelligence and work ethic and drive and passion that this movement has. So it is such an honor to be here in my absolutely ripped dress. Falling off.
And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say that this actually leads perfectly into our next guest.
I think that's so true.
Because our next guest is a member of the Sunrise Movement.
Unbelievable.
You can't make this stuff up, folks. I'm telling you. We got a member of the Sunrise Movement to come speak to you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Emma!
Hi, everyone. My name is Emma Cotaverdian, and I'm the Hub Coordinator for Sunrise LA Youth, the youth-led Los Angeles chapter of the Sunrise Movement, and I'm also a campaign fellow for Constantine Anthony. I'm from La Crescenta, which is a neighboring town of Burbank, just north of Los Angeles. Burbank is a heavily populated city with over 100,000 residents, but is also an epicenter of the entertainment industry. Constantine Anthony is running for Burbank City Council because he is a champion of the people. He will work towards a Green New Deal for Burbank, pushing for sustainable resources and renewable energy for a livable future in Burbank, and will fight for renters' rights because that is so crucial in this area. Constantine will work day in and day out for his constituents and is exactly who we need for Burbank City Council. So, it is my pleasure to introduce Constantine Anthony.
Hi, I'm Constantine Anthony, and I'm running for City Council in beautiful Burbank, California, just north of Los Angeles, to bring the Green New Deal to over 100,000 residents. Now, we all know that since 2016, the Trump administration has forced us to ask ourselves, what can we do about climate change at the local level? And the answer we found is quite a lot, as long as people in power have the political will to act. And the easiest steps are within our grasp. For example, here in Burbank, our electric utility is publicly owned, so the city can mandate and enforce a pledge to make its power supply renewable. We can do it by the end of the decade. We just need City Council to vote for it. Burbank can also pressure other utilities in the region, like LA's DWP, by threatening to pull out of the Intermountain Power Plant project, unless it changes from fossil fuel to 100% green hydrogen. LADWP has said that they can do this, but has not committed. Burbank can help force their hand. Burbank also operates 2 peaker gas power plants within its borders, but the pollution from these plants doesn't stay in Burbank. Their smog affects everyone in the San Fernando Valley. The same is true of tailpipe emissions from cars commuting in and out of Burbank, which is a direct result of our lack of transportation options. Our city literally doubles its population during work hours, and most of that is through car traffic. This is actually our most polluting sector, and transit reforms are crucial to a Green New Deal for Burbank. We need frequent, fast, and free public transit, bike shares, micromobility platforms, and walkable sidewalks shaded with native trees. All of this reminds us that housing justice is climate justice. 100,000 people would not have to commute to Burbank if it were affordable to live here. Rent control is climate policy, and rent control is on the Burbank ballot this year. The day after this election, though, we'll need to push harder than ever for a Green New Deal at every level of government. No branch alone has enough authority to avert climate catastrophe. Washington has little authority on our zoning or building codes, while Burbank cannot advocate for international climate treaties. We need open lines of communication and coordination at all levels. Sunrise has endorsed an impressive slate of candidates, and in office will act as a coalition, bringing different branches of government together for one global purpose: saving the planet. Please donate today. Thank you, in solidarity.
Yes! Give it up for Constantine Anthony!
And if you live in Burbank, you gotta vote for him. I'm sorry, I gotta make the rules.
It's Sandy's world, we're just living in it. All right?
All right. Gotta vote for Constantine. He's a king. DSA endorsed.
In this world? What more could you ask for? I simply ask.
Oh, what more could you ask for? I would go ahead.
I can't think of anything. I can't think of one single thing. Sandy, how are you doing?
I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling very excited. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling so pumped about the donations that are coming in. I keep obsessively refreshing the Act Blue page, and every time I look, more people have donated. And as we've said, all of this money is going to the amazing candidates that you are seeing tonight. Unbelievable. Shout out to my brother FaceTiming me in this moment.
Shout out to Aria. You are
a king.
We will call you later. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the call. Now you can donate.
Yes.
And I encourage that.
We beg you, actually.
Actually, not just encourage, I'm begging. I'm literally on my knees begging. You actually can't tell because the camera's really close up, but I am actually on my knees begging.
And I was gonna say, if we hit the goal, I will show you what the backside of this dress looks like.
If we hit the goal, this is a leotard, and I'll show you what kind of interesting situation I got going below the frame.
And we'll wait till the stream is over, and then everyone who wants to leave can leave.
No, actually, I think we're gonna hold everyone hostage here, and they actually do have to see.
I never could have anticipated how much this dress would be falling off.
So now, I want you to donate, but I'm gonna challenge you to go even further.
What do you mean, Sandy?
I'll tell you what I mean, Mitra. I mean phone banking.
Ooh, I knew you were going to say that. I knew something told me that you were going to say that. Is it the sheet that says phone bank?
It might be. Now, please, what I want you to do right now, my dear viewers, you see this link that's flying down below. Sign up to phone bank. bit.ly/Tuesday-calls. I want you to sign up to Phone Bank with Sunrise for some of our incredible candidates. Phone banking is fun. It's easy. You can do it from the comfort of your home.
Whenever you're free.
Whenever you want.
Oh my God.
We're hosting amazing phone banks Tuesdays and Sundays until the election. And guess what? I'm hosting 2 of them. So you got to come party with me.
Tuesdays. Look at that. Elena signed up to Phone Bank.
Yes, Elena. We love you, Elena.
We love you, Elena. Danica signed up to Phone Bank. We salute you, Danica.
Now, let's get some dudes signing up to Phone Bank too. I challenge you, our male viewers.
Can I also say we've got donations from Tobias. We've got donations from Ted. We've got donations from Rustine. We've got donations from Jamie. We've got donations from Amanda.
And I'm going to go ahead and say the way Jamie is spelled, I'm going to go ahead and guess that that's my mom because she spells Jamie different from anyone I've ever seen. Bring it up on the screen. Show it on the screen how she spells Jamie. J-A-I-M-Y.
Yes.
So if you want a phone bank, it's really fun. The phone banks that Sunrise is hosting are 2 hours on Tuesdays, 6 to 8. Sundays are, and I don't remember the time, but it's afternoon, and they're 2 hours. It's so easy and fun. Who doesn't love to gab on the phone?
I love to gab on the phone, and I can't get over Sandy's mom.
And my Patreon, Stephanie.
Well, we got a call from my brother and a donation from Sandy's mom. It is truly a family fair tonight, folks.
Now, I am really excited for our next guest.
Ultimately, I am too. I'll say that. I'm really excited for our next guest. Our next guest is truly sensational, has put together a fundraiser that has raised, at this point, over $300,000 for a variety of charities and candidates. Unbelievable already. An incredible writer, a very funny performer, and a really nice person.
I would agree with all of those things. An incredible comedian. Our first comedian of the night, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between. Please put your little paws together for Deme at Did You eBay?
Yes!
See, but I think it's a story that he made up.
No, it's all real, 100%. There are witnesses and everything.
There's no way. Shaquille O'Neal's like 9 feet tall.
Yeah, and Aaron Carter has a 12-foot vertical jump. He won, I'm telling you.
No, I don't believe it.
I'm serious. They wrote a song about it. Here, I'm going to send it to you. It's crazy. You haven't seen it.
Oh, wait, someone's joining the room. Is that Joaquin?
Guacamole.
Dwayne the Walk Johnson.
Quackadao whack.
You there?
You there?
You there? You there?
You there?
Howdy, y'all. This is Joaquin's agent. I'm just helping set this up for Joaquin Phoenix. This is the Sunrise Climate Fundraiser?
Technically.
What do you mean?
Okay, you pried it out of us. Look, I asked the Sunrise people if we could have a spot on this whole thing so we could do comedy to raise awareness or whatever.
But the only thing that we're going to raise is a flag of opportunity for your client, Mr. Joaquin Phoenix.
How would you and Joaquin like to make hundreds of dollars?
Oh, God.
Look, Joaquin's career is in the shitter. We all know this.
He won an Oscar.
Yeah, like in the 90s or something, right?
It was literally February.
The world's been waiting for Joaquin's comeback story, and you know who's going to give it to him? The 2 hotshot Hollywood screenwriters sitting before you right now.
And I'm actually more like a multi-hyphenate. I do a lot of things, but writing is one of them.
Addie and I both have been named as one of 10 people to watch by several national organizations, mostly 7-Elevens.
Okay, well, sorry, but he's not taking any pitches right now. Thank you, though. How do I get out of leave?
You can't leave. The link we sent you put a virus on your computer.
Are you fucking serious?
No, it's fine. We've got an even bigger virus that'll flush that first one right out. Probably going to still want to cancel your credit cards.
Yeah, like right now, if you can.
It's closed after the bank is closed.
Don't sweat it. The check hackers are going to take all your money, and we're going to make it all back for you and more with these brilliant ideas. Number 1, go.
Disaster movie. We know old Schoolhouse Walk is on a real climate kick right now, so we wrote a movie to show how serious that whole thing is. Addie, go.
A distant land, a far-off future era.
The year 2022.
The seas have risen, the world's on fire, monkeys have blown up the Statue of Liberty, and on top of that, a giant chunk of space ice is headed directly for Earth.
Just like in Titanic.
That's right, it's exactly like in
We stole that from Titanic.
The Earth is doomed! This spaceberg is going to crash directly into the planet, killing billions of people.
Unless one man can stop it. That man? Big Walk.
Mm-hmm. Well, not like Joaquin. In the script, his name will be something much sexier, like Chet Thruster. We'll slap it on everything. T-shirts, hats, bags, lunchboxes, water bottles.
Phone cases, pillows, backpacks, even cutlery. We'll put them on those little spoons people use for cocaine. I mean, sugar?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there, because all of those products are terrible for the climate.
All right, well, 86 the lunchboxes.
I did already put in an order for the lunchboxes.
Second of all, I appreciate the interest, but Joaquin is not taking any pitches right now. He spent so much time and energy on Joker, he's just going to focus on his family right now.
Loved him in that movie, by the way.
Didn't see it.
Oh, are we being honest? Okay, I also didn't see it.
You didn't even hear the best part. The only reason Chet Thruster wants to break through that iceberg is to save his lovely wife. Name TBD.
And TBD's got it all. She's smart. She's sexy. She's age appropriate.
Just turned 20.
And she's the newly appointed CEO of Halliburton Oil. Girl boss! Yes, queen.
We're still trying to cast that role, but it should be easy. She's only got like 3 lines.
Yeah, and 2 of them are, do me, Chet.
Okay, That was a solid read. If you weren't too old for it, I'd say the part is yours.
Okay, well, I am an actor, so.
Just way too old.
Okay, is this the actual fundraiser, or is this a different link, or is this a prank, a children's prank?
All right, fine. Chet Thruster's a miss. Not a problem. We got 1 million of these. That's what makes us such hotshot writers.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm a writer. I mean, I do a lot of things, probably prefer to the term performer.
Idea number 2, a biopic. About who, you ask?
No, I didn't.
2 rich billionaire brothers who started in Kansas and rose to the tippity top of the oil and lobbying chain using nothing but the help of their also very rich father and his oil business.
Are you seriously about to tell me you want Joaquin to do a biopic about the Koch brothers?
No. This is a biopic about the Koch brothers. Wait, sorry, what did you say?
Those guys are 2 of the most awful, ruinous villains whose actions have directly contributed to the climate crisis. Why would we get involved in this?
Well, we can always smooth out the truth. Biopics don't always have to be entirely factual. It's not like Joker was 100% true.
Joker's not a biopic.
No?
No, it's about this nice little party clown. He likes to dance. He's friends with Robert De Niro. It's really cute.
Oh, that's so cute. I gotta check that out.
We're not interested in this pitch. Thank you very much.
Would it sweeten the deal at all to say he gets to fly around the country every single day in his own private plane?
Do you know anything about climate change?
Hey, that's okay. He doesn't like planes. He doesn't like brothers. Not a problem. Let's just shift gears, okay? Look, Joaquin's got it all.
You just said his career was in the shitter.
He's got the adoration of his peers. He's got an Oscar, a Grammy, 2 Golden Globes, 3, if you count that big, beautiful brand of his.
How charming.
Yeah. But you know what he doesn't have? What keeps him up late at night, tossing and turning in distress, crying out in search of meaning from a defiant God, screaming to the skies, I am nothing more but a waste of human flesh. An Oscar.
Tony.
Sorry, a Tony.
Jesus Christ.
A musical, baby. It's what the people want.
A beautiful, decade-spanning operatic epic all about the devastating effects that climate change has had on our dying world. 4 acts, 3 hours, no intermissions.
Forget the Green New Deal. This is a done deal to get you guys some new green.
Okay, so you know what that is.
We even have a part in the middle where he can do a little rap, just like in Hamilton.
Hamilton!
Okay, I'm just going to try and shut down the whole computer. I can't even do that.
I'm going to level with you, Jim.
That's not my name.
Those other projects were garbage, cannon fodder, just some shit we scribbled on a toilet because we were bored and desperate for money. But this is our dream. Hot Earth, a musical, a Broadway sensation. This is what we moved to the city for.
You moved to Los Angeles to do Broadway?
That's right. And we only hijacked this whole thing because we're just enormous fans of Joaquin's. We wrote this entire thing with him in mind.
I have no idea what he means to me. I mean, his performance in Gladiator is one of the reasons I started acting.
Addie, you never told me you were an actor.
Really? Oh, no, I feel like I've said it so many times today.
Guys, Joaquin's not interested in any musical role.
Please, just hear us out, okay? This is revolutionary. I know you're probably in a rush to get out of here.
That's correct.
But if you'll just indulge us for 4 minutes and 32 seconds, we'll play our opening song, and I think you're going to change your mind. Addie?
Climate change. Something.
That's not, did you forget the lyrics?
I don't know, I was vamping. I thought, no, I didn't write the verse, I wrote the chorus.
No, I had the chorus. I
wrote the chorus.
Did we both write the chorus?
Did we both write the chorus?
Oh, shit. What did you write?
What did you write?
Who do you work for? Do you guys work for somebody?
Okay, on the count of 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
We all know that climate change is bad.
What the fuck? We have the same thing?
We have the same brain?
The same verse. It's because we're geniuses.
Riding that same wavelength.
Birds of a goddamn feather.
Riding the freeways of the
That's why we're partners,
waves.
baby.
Where did he go?
Oh,
Is he gone?
Do you think he liked it?
Absolutely. We should send him a contract for sure.
Oh, I already printed 1,000 copies.
Smart.
Hi, my name is Michelle Parias. I'm a Sunrise Movement Los Angeles activist and organizer, and a 2020 delegate for Bernie Sanders. I was born and raised in the San Gabriel Valley, which is a region east of Los Angeles. It is one of the most ethnically diverse regions in the country. I grew up waking up to our beautiful San Gabriel Mountains, and I've also watched them burst into flames. I've seen our air quality worsen from freeway pollution, and I've had friends and family that have been pushed further and further east due to the rising cost of rent. We are thrilled to have Sasha Renee Perez join us tonight for her bold work as a community activist who has led actions against unjust evictions in Alhambra. Alhambra, like many of our San Gabriel Valley cities, does not have rent control. Sasha Renee Perez wants to enact housing protections to make Alhambra a place that works for everyone. Her campaign is so unique and refreshing to the San Gabriel Valley. Her platform includes campaign finance transparency so we can have fair elections, and a climate plan that will be one of the first of its kind for the city to establish goals for net zero emissions for future generations to have a habitable planet. Her campaign gives me hope that it will inspire more young progressive activists to take leadership for our San Gabriel Valley neighborhoods to work for the working class communities that have been here for decades. Now I proudly introduce Sasha Renee Perez for Alhambra City Council.
I've lived in Alhambra my entire life. My grandparents moved here in the 1960s, raised my father, who then raised me. This city has shown me the power of community, what it means to lend a neighbor a helping hand, what it means to speak up for what's right, and what it means to lead with integrity and truth. That's the Alhambra dream you deserve. Vote for me, Sasha Renee Perez, for Alhambra City Council by November 3rd, 2020. Hey everyone, my name is Sasha Renee Perez and I'm a candidate for City Council here in the beautiful city of Alhambra. The city of Alhambra is located in the San Gabriel Valley, east of East Los Angeles, for those of you that are unfamiliar. And I have been a lifelong resident here in this city. I have grown up here, gone to public schools here, and that's why it is such an honor to be running for City Council. My background is really as an educator, a policy advocate, and a community organizer. I have had the pleasure of being a part of major historic policy decisions over the last 10 years, working with broad-based coalitions of advocates from all over Los Angeles and all over California. And I decided about 3 years ago that I really needed to start doing that same kind of transformational work right here in my hometown. And in the process of exploring that and doing research, I discovered that the city of Alhambra lacked a lot of really basic protections pertaining to the environment. We don't even have a climate action plan in place. We don't have designated bike lanes, and our city really hasn't begun to have a conversation about what it looks like to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So this is really critical. As many of you heard, we were recently dealing with some major fires all over California. One of those fires is right here in the San Gabriel Mountains, the Bobcat Fire. It was just a couple of miles from my father's house. And so this is top of mind for so many of our residents right now. I am super honored to have the support and the backing of the Sunrise Movement Los Angeles, because one of the main tiers of my platform is environmental sustainability and ensuring that we can bring the Green New Deal right here to the city of Alhambra. We desperately need to begin having a conversation about what it means to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and what it means to really imagine a green new future. And I think that's extremely possible. The cities here in the city of Alhambra are very small. And so, it's not just going to take me, it's going to take electing many other leaders that are also dedicated and committed to implementing green policies all over the SGV. If you are interested and excited about getting involved in ultra-local politics here in the city of Alhambra, I want to encourage you to join me, sign up to volunteer, sign up to donate at my website, SashaReneePerez.com. I would love, love, love to have you as a part of this campaign. I'm currently running against two people that are both Republicans, and they have not made the environment a priority at all for either of their campaigns. This needs to change. We need to see this change for all of our elected officials up and down the state. I hope that I will meet many of you very soon, and hope that you all will get involved in this campaign, and those of you that live out here in the SGV will reach out to me, let me know, and hopefully I will see you running for office as well. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name's Bobby, and I'm so excited to be here with all of you tonight. I, like many of you I'm sure, have spent this year feeling anxious, fearful, uncertain. Between this election, COVID, and the wildfires in California, it's been one major crisis after another. But I would like everyone to take a second and imagine what our future could look like. It could be a future where we run on 100% renewable energy, a future where everyone is guaranteed a living wage, and a future free of systemic racism. It can be a future where we can all thrive. I think that's worth fighting for, and I think that's why it's so important to support these candidates and progressive candidates all across the country to make the systemic changes that are required. We need politicians who work for us and not for corporate interests. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I thank you for the candidates for being a part of this movement. Let's all support them in any way we can. Love you.
Woo! Up for Bobby Berg, the only one who really does anything on that show.
Thank you, Bobby Berg. Thank you to Sasha, Renee Perez. Thank you to Demi. Thank you to Michelle.
So many amazing people already on this show, so many amazing people to come. And I want to shout out some amazing people who have donated in that last block. And I'm just going to scream their names rapid fire. We've got Rio, we've got Haley, we got Michelle, we got Abigail, we got Ricky, I'm sorry, Michael, Samantha, John, Kevin, Jack, Sarah. We love you. And where are we at? Where are we at, Sandy?
Where are we at? Refresh the dang page. We are at 6,270, and you know what? I'm gonna update because it's actually $78.
This is unbelievable. This is so cool. And just a reminder, we are trying to raise $15,000 for these amazing candidates. So if you are thinking about donating, please feel free to do so.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to go ahead and say, listening to Sasha speak, I was like, wow, how exciting would it be to have someone like that in our local government? Imagine if we were able to, this November, completely take over the LA government and say, we want a Green New Deal. We want Medicare for all. We want housing for all. And more.
And more.
And more. And
speaking of and more. Speaking of and more.
Speaking of and more, we have and more guests tonight on the show. So
you go.
We want to get to 7,000 by the end of the next little segment. So if you've liked what you've seen so far, we don't have a comment section. Our guests can't hear you. We can't hear you clapping. The way that you can show our guests and our candidates that you are loving the show and loving what they have to say about a Green New Deal, then honey, you better hit that donate button or I'm going to come over there and I'm going to say, please, please, please. And while Mitra and I sob, we are going to introduce our next guest, who is once again another Sunriser, who is here to talk about all things Sunrise. Please give it up for Denora.
Hi everyone, my name is Denora Hernandez. I am a third year at UC Irvine studying environmental science and policy. I live in District 64, City of Compton, where our air is not the easiest to breathe in and our water is not the cleanest to drink. In a district where 90% of folks are people of color, we hold 25% of all the oil refineries in California. Fatima Iqbal Zubair knows and understands that our community, our family, our children deserve better. And that is why Fatima is running for State Assembly 64. When Fatima taught environmental science and chemistry in Watts, she saw and experienced the lack of funding, the environmental racism that our community has faced for so long. And that is why Fatima is the Green New Deal champion that we need representing District 64 in Sacramento. Fatima is being led by the change that our community wants to see, and that is why, without further ado, I introduce to you all Fatima Iqbal Zubair for State Assembly 64.
Hello everyone, my name is Fatima Iqbal Zubair. Thank you so much for coming to this fundraiser. I'm running for California State Assembly District 64. I'm a public school teacher, a mother to a son with special needs, and an immigrant. I'm running because of my work as a public school teacher and an organizer in Watts. My school and many schools in Watts didn't have clean water. We were surrounded by toxic waste sites. On top of that, there was so many educational inequities and housing inequities. Our district as a whole has a quarter of the oil refineries, the highest rate of neighborhood oil drilling in all of LA County, the largest refinery on the West Coast, and we have educational inequities. Only half of us have high school degrees and only 11.7% of us have college degrees. 90% of my district is black and brown. Unfortunately, this is a picture of systemic racism. Instead of fighting for the community, my opponent has been taking money from the very corporations and interests that have been damaging my community, from oil companies, from developers, from charter schools, and more. This has impacted his vote severely, and he's voted against the district time and time again. The truth is we can't wait any longer for environmental justice and a Green New Deal. We can't wait any longer for housing for all, for healthcare for all, for a criminal justice system that values our black and brown children and treats them with dignity. We can't wait any longer for educational justice. We can't wait any longer to create a just democracy in California where our voices are heard. This is what I'm fighting for. Thank you so much for joining me today, for donating, and for contributing to our campaign in any way possible.
Give it up for Fatima Iqbal Zubair. Oh, we love Fatima.
We love Fatima, folks. We love Fatima, don't we, folks? That's my Trump. Imagine Trump goes on TV tomorrow and goes, we love Fatima. We love Fatima.
I mean, can you blame him? She's amazing. But you know who did endorse Fatima? You know who did?
I know who did. Our guy that we like to call Bernie Sanders.
Sanders.
Bernie Sanders, ladies and gentlemen, just endorsed Fatima. Hey, what more could you ask for?
And how about this? Also endorsed Nithya Raman.
Woo!
Unreal.
In honor of Bernie, our Jew king, I am going to implore our audience to donate Chai. So Chai is a increment of 18 that you give as a gift. So 18, 36, 54. So I want you to smash that little donate button and give a little Chai.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Donated.
Give me 18. Give me 36. Give me 54 like it's my dang bat mitzvah.
180. Because that's the only multiple I could think of.
180, and you get whip out that calculator, and you donate $1,800 because that is also an increment.
And Sandy, you are incredibly involved in Fatima Iqbal Zubair's campaign. Please tell us about that.
I'm so glad that you mentioned that, Mitra. Yes, I am hosting 2 phone banks for Fatima with the Sunrise Movement Los Angeles, who's putting on this incredible event tonight. That is Tuesday, October 20th and Tuesday, October 27th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I would love if you would sign up to hang out with me on Zoom and phone bank for an amazing candidate who is a progressive. She wants a Green New Deal. She wants Medicare for all. She wants healthcare for all. That's Medicare for all, but she wants housing for all.
And for my Browns out there, would be the first Muslim ever elected to California state legislature. Incredible. Oh my gosh. And can I just say, since the names are popping off, I want to rattle off another list of names.
Hey, yeah. The floor.
We've got phone bankers. We've got Haley, Juliet, Elias. I'm sorry if it's just coming in, so I don't have time to look up if I'm saying it right, but just know I'm trying my absolute hardest. We've got a donation from Yvette, a donation from Jacob, a donation from Julius, a donation from, okay, I actually can't read any of the things that I wrote down, but you are so awesome.
Thank you all. And guess what? If you want Mitra to butcher your name, you better donate right now. Smash that button. To our candidates. And another way that you can, so we have these right here, the scrolling bit.ly/Tuesday-calls. That's how you can sign up to phone bank with yours truly. But if you can't make that, you can do any other week, do Sundays. But guess what? Another way that you can help campaigns.
What, Sandy?
What's this?
A postcard!
Postcard. So these are postcards that you can fill out on behalf of the candidates, handwritten, and they are mailed to people in their district. And this is what your money is going towards, folks. This is what your money is going towards. So our candidates can get the word out, bring the info straight to their door with a little handwritten note from a volunteer. And guess what? If you go to this link tree, and the link's right there floating along, and I'm going to try to follow.
Oh, and hi, Nicole. Donation Nicole. I'm sorry, Nicole. That's
Nicole. So this link tree, there is, and I'm going to pull it up so I get it right. There is a link in there that says more. No, it's a volunteer for a campaign, or there it says more Sunrise LA links. And if you click on that, it'll bring you to another link tree where you can sign up to write postcards for Fatima.
And these are so important now in this, sorry to say it, COVID landscape. We are getting a lot less face-to-face opportunity with people. So this stuff really counts more than ever right now. So please sign up to do that. Donate so that others can do that. Everything you do right now matters. So thank you, and please sign up.
So we want to introduce another amazing Sunriser who I had the pleasure of sitting down with and talking with just the other day, who wants to tell you a little bit about Sunrise and what she does with the movement and things that she is passionate about. So I'm very excited to introduce you to Nicole. Hi, Nicole. How are you doing?
I'm doing good for COVID.
Can't complain. So do you want to talk a little bit about what Sunrise Movement is?
Oh yeah, Sunrise Movement. I mean, I have the canned response, but it's a group of young, anxious people who have been burdened with the task of stopping climate change, even though we have very few resources to do it, and it's very unfair, but we're all superheroes, and everyone's like a student. Like, I'm on the older end of the spectrum, and it's hard to juggle your 20s. Your like 18s and 20s are already like the hardest time.
Now, a huge theme of this show is me and Mitra trying to figure out if we are too old to be in the Sunrise Movement. So just out of curiosity, how old are you?
I'm 27 and a half.
And
okay. I think that by saying a half, it makes me seem younger.
So when did you decide to join Sunrise?
I joined Sunrise in April of 2019. I wrote about it in my diary. It was like the happiest day of my life. I was so excited. I studied environmental science in college at Harvard, and my like environmental science education was like garbage. They took us to like the fracking sites, and they told us like natural gas is a bridge fuel. And I was starting to have more and more like anxiety attacks around climate. Like just like the alarm in the back of my head was getting louder and louder. Like I've always like known it's climate change is real. And I remember after the UN's climate report came out, as a writer's assistant, like taking notes, and I get a text from my friend that's like, did you see this report? Like, we're all gonna die. And I looked at the report that said we had like 12 years to change everything. And I looked up, and we're all just talking about cop car chases and like what we're gonna do for Act 5. And I like left the room, and I was like, I need to have a panic attack. I need to go cry. And when I came back, like all my coworkers, like many of whom I did respect, were just like, what can you do?
That's what's so frustrating is the way that people are able to just compartmentalize these things and be like, oh, that, you know, you can see an article like that and in the moment be like, this is bad. And then they're like, okay, back to life. Is there an environmental issue that you are particularly passionate about?
Quantum physics, I would like time to stop. I'm really upset about SoCal Gas. I've been researching Aliso Canyon a bit this week because I'm working on an article, and the gas company is so evil. And Aliso Canyon is a gas storage facility. It's the largest gas storage facility in California. In 2015, there was a big gas blowout, and it lasted for 111 days, and it could have been stopped in one day. They knew that their pipes were corroded for years, and they did nothing. So this is very upsetting because it's like it was super preventable, and methane is actually 80 times more potent than carbon dioxide on a 20-year timeline. Its carbon footprint was larger than the BP oil spill. So this is like a big environmental ecological disaster that no one talked about. It wasn't just methane that the residents were exposed to, it was also crude oil. Residents have like traces of uranium like acrylamide, like all these awful carcinogens like in their hair. A lot of people got cancer, bloody noses, and nausea, and the gas company covered it up. They didn't tell anyone they were exposed to like crude oil, so people didn't know. And the Department of Public Health also didn't tell anyone. So for years, and now they're delaying a health study. So people still don't know what they were exposed to 5 years later. And the anniversary of that is coming up, but October 24th.
And it's wild to me that it is not shut down.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Gavin Newsom promised to shut it down when he was running, and now our state government is so embedded with like fossil fuel interests. It's hard. We need these candidates that we're fundraising for.
We really do. And it's really, I think it's really easy to feel completely like overwhelmed and helpless right now. Do you have any advice for people that might feel that way of things, you know, they can do?
I'm pretty honest when I'm not doing well, and sometimes it helps for me just to like have someone else say like, yeah, things are crazy. Like, you're not crazy. Like, this is all really bad. And then I just feel like, okay, great. Like,
yeah,
we've said it, and now I'm not being gaslit anymore, and like we can start fixing it. I mean, the best thing is obviously to get engaged, to start like phone banking. When I feel like really sad and like useless, I do phone bank, and it does help because I don't know, it's small steps.
Yeah. If someone was interested in getting involved with the Sunrise Movement, where should they start?
Follow us on Instagram. That's an easy way to start. We have calls every Thursday at 7 p.m., open houses. And before that, starting at 6, there's a call for new members. So that's a good way to start.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for talking with us, Nicole.
You're welcome. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yes, Nicole!
For Nicole. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, who? Did you hear how loudly I just banged my my elbow on the table? Did everyone
get hurt?
Because it really hurt. That funny bone, which I guess is why I can't stop laughing.
Look at this, the first time I've had fun in 7 months.
Honestly. Guys, we have raised $6,850.
$6,850 from 195 donors.
Wow, that caught me off guard. $6,850 from 195 donors. We get slapped with a cease and desist from Rent.
A SWAT team drags me away. I just want to shout out a really exciting donor that we got.
I can't believe this donor came through. She got huge airtime at the VP debate the other day.
We just want to give a huge heartfelt thank you to Brecklin. Thank you so much, Brecklin.
Brecklin, thank you for all that you do, for your amazing questions, and how much you were able to touch the hearts of so many Americans.
And truly, you've changed my life.
We want to introduce another Sunriser.
Wait, real quick.
Whoa.
We're at $7,218.
Oh, wow. Damn. Thank you, Brecklin.
Thank you, Brecklin.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to hashtag be like Brecklin, then you tweet with the hashtag be like Brecklin and donate, and be like Brecklin and donate right now. I just passed out. This is actually really cool.
Okay, bangs.
Okay, so guys, wow, we crossed the $7,000 threshold. We are almost halfway to our goal of $15,000. Thank you guys so much for donating. This is so, I'm so excited.
And I'm so excited to intro our next guest.
Yes, he's another Sunriser. We are so excited to have him. Please welcome
Jacob! Oh, yes, Jacob!
Jacob!
Hey everyone, my name is Jacob, and I'm an organizer with Sunrise Los Angeles. I joined Sunrise because I knew climate change was one of the biggest crises that our planet is facing. And I wanted to be a part of a movement that had a plan for change, that was empowering, and that was intersectional. One of the main strategies that Sunrise has is to put true progressives into positions of power. And I think one of the best embodiments of that is Godfrey Santos Plata, who's running for California State Assembly District 53. The more that I read about Godfrey, the more that I realized we actually had a couple of things in common. Both of our families immigrated from the Philippines, and both Godfrey and my mother are public school teachers. If my mom taught me anything, it's that Filipino teachers are hardworking, inspiring, and transformational. They're true change makers in their students' lives, and I believe that more educators should become elected officials. While representation doesn't necessarily guarantee equity, it's easy to see that Godfrey is more than just identity politics. He's a true champion for the Green New Deal, a true champion for housing rights. He wants to reimagine public safety and the so-called criminal justice system. He's an organizer and is committed to building people power. And you could bet that if I lived in his district, that I would go with Godfrey. That's the kind of energy that we need in the state assembly. And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce Godfrey Santos Plata.
Hi there, my name is Godfrey Santos Plata. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I'm running for the California State Assembly in our 53rd District. That's Koreatown through downtown LA, Boyle Heights, south to Huntington Park and Vernon. If elected, I'd be the first person in 140 years of California State Assembly to be both an out member of the LGBTQ community and an immigrant. And very possibly, I'd be the only renter in the entire 80-person assembly at a time where housing and homelessness are top issues in the state. I'm a Filipino immigrant. I grew up in our LA Unified and Long Beach Unified schools. My parents were able to secure union jobs when we got here, and that moved us into the middle class. I was able to get a full scholarship to go to college, where I solidified my passion for racial justice, particularly through public education. So I've been a 7th grade public school teacher. I had 49 students in my class and just 35 seats on the first day of school. I've been asked to press charges on my students. I refused. I've had kids reading at the kindergarten grade level, taking a 7th grade reading test. So now I work with teachers, their students, and their families to learn how to organize and advocate for changes in laws and policies. I love what I do, but it's time to get on the inside now. We have to bring our voices in, make direct impact. For example, I'm 36. I'm a renter in LA's Koreatown, and my rent is 40% my monthly salary. For too many of my neighbors, it's 50% or more. I walk to the metro station. I pass luxury apartments that tower over encampments of unhoused neighbors. Our leaders continue to believe that housing is a commodity rather than a human right. They've led us into a crisis where 150,000 Californians are unhoused during a pandemic, during wildfires. And our unhoused population is disproportionately Black. Our unhoused neighbors face criminalization and policing. So when we say Black Lives Matter, it's about ending all the ways in which white supremacy and anti-Blackness permeate our lives. Criminal justice, housing, healthcare, public education, and yes, climate and environmental justice too. We're in an international emergency to eliminate greenhouse gas emissions, but my opponent still takes big oil money. He's tried to delay long-fought measures that would hold companies accountable to transitioning their fuel-dependent work. He and his colleagues have yet to pass a California Green New Deal. I can't stop thinking that we are on stolen land that has survived millennia until we made it this way. We are complicit in this system until we vote in people for whom housing and healthcare are human rights, for whom our public schools strongly serve every child, for whom the colors Black and brown refer to the beauty of our skin, not the color of the air. So that's why we're here, because we know better. We deserve better. We can do better. I have a 3-year-old nephew and a 1-year-old niece. They are the first folks in our family to be born here. I'd like to see them inherit a world better than we have now. So go with Godfrey for California State Assembly in District 53. You can find out more about us at godfreyforassembly.com. Donate, volunteer, and vote for me and other Sunrise LA candidates.
Yes, Godfrey Santos Plata, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get him elected.
Another amazing teacher running for office.
Incredible.
You know what else is incredible, Sandy?
What?
How much money we've raised.
Oh.
We are almost to the halfway point of our $15,000 goal. Is that not unbelievable?
That is not unbelievable. We are less than $200 away from our halfway point.
$7,328 from 207 donors. That is amazing. And Sandy, do you want to shout some out?
I do, Mitra. We've had Rochelle. We have Dustin, Jason, Cora, Shayna, Ariana, Michael, Colin, and Eamon. Now, guys, if you, unlike me and Mitra, can do the fast math on how much we need to get to 7,500, then you are the winner. And what you've won is the opportunity to donate that amount of money right now.
And you know what else? You know what else you've won? What? How about your first musical guest?
Musical guest.
Soccer Mommy!
Hey guys, I'm Sophie from Soccer Mommy. That's Julian. We're going to play a song for you guys today for Sunrise Movement LA. I hope you guys like it. This song's called Night Swimming.
Thank you.
Thank you, soccer mommy. Oh,
Thank you, soccer mommy.
I am such a huge fan. I'm so excited that soccer mommy Sophie chose to perform on this soccer mother. Soccer mother. And can I just share a quick story? Because I was watching that and I was going, wow, if I could do any music, no one would ever hear from me again. It would be so fulfilling to me. And when I played the violin for, I want to say, 8 to 9 years. And I would say year 7 into playing the violin, my dad had a friend over and was like, Mitra, play the violin for Ali. And I said, okay. And I went to play the violin and I was playing my song with all my heart and soul, trying to impress my father's friend. Halfway through the song, he stops me and asks, when will you be finished warming up? When will the song begin?
No.
Haunts me to this very day.
Mitra, I believe in you. I believe that if you picked up the violin tomorrow, you could be
that I could warm up.
The next violin star.
And you don't know who's in that space even. Who's in the violin star space?
Who is in that space? There's
well, and I want to say there's not really any like violinist / comedians that I'm aware of.
You're right.
Not
I don't know if you're the loudest plane on God's green earth that's going outside my window, and I'm really sorry if you can hear that.
I can't. So I'm going to speak for our viewers as well and say that I can't. So don't stress.
I won't. Would you want to hear it? I can pull up YouTube and pull up sound by outside of Sandy's apartment. I think that's like one of the top YouTube videos. Sounds of an airplane outside of Sandy's apartment.
Sandy, may I just say?
Yeah.
We have 211 donors so far. 211.
211, that's such a big number. I can't even wrap my head around it, but I think it could get bigger.
How about 7,358, baby?
Oh my God.
I am watching this. I beg of you, you need to get us across that 7,500 threshold. We need to hit the halfway mark. If we you know, I told myself tonight, I was like, we've got the goal of $15,000, but the real goal is $7,500 by 8:30 p.m.
That is something you said to me right before we got on the stream. You said, I really hope we hit $7,500 before 8:30 p.m. And I remember saying, it's an interesting.
PSP.
Yeah.
So that's on you guys watching. So I'm leaving it in your hands. God's hands and yours.
It's in God's hands now.
It's in God's hands now.
It's in God's hands now. I am so excited for our next guest.
Oh, me too.
An incredible actor.
Incredible person.
The most gorgeous person alive.
That's true.
And very, very passionate about the environment. She hosts her own show on her Instagram page called Zasi Talks Climate. Sorry, spoiler alert for our next guest, but please check that out. She interviews scientists. She interviews climate experts. She's amazing. Please give a very warm welcome to Zasi Bates.
Hey. So I could talk about a lot of different things today, but I decided I'm going to focus on local politics. I think that they're often undervalued and voter turnout is often much lower during elections that aren't federal, and they're really important. You see change happen a lot quicker when it's on a smaller community level, and you can actually really genuinely engage in a way that you don't necessarily feel when you're dealing with much larger government stuff. So I really encourage you, learn who your reps are and get involved. Like, I've done that. I lobbied for some green legislation in New York, and it was so satisfying to see it actually pass and to actually know that I played a part in that. And you can play a part in your own community and what you want to happen in your community. And what happens in your neighborhood can expand to your city, can expand to your state, and can expand to the country. So it's significant. It matters. And you matter. So make sure people hear that and make sure people realize. Love you.
Hi, I'm Ozzie Simpson and I'm an organizer with Sunrise LA Youth. We need a climate champion on LA County's Board of Supervisors, and Holly Mitchell is that champion. We need fossil fuel money out of politics to guarantee our futures. While Herb Wesson, her opponent, has taken tens of thousands of dollars from the oil and gas industry, Holly Mitchell has signed the No Fossil Fuel Money Pledge. We also need a 2,500-foot buffer zone between homes and drilling sites to protect the health of Angelenos bearing the brunt of the climate crisis. Holly supports a buffer zone, while Herb doesn't. Throughout her career, Holly has taken steps to ban fracking, not once, but twice, understanding the health risks it poses. It's imperative that we elect a supervisor that understands the severity of the climate crisis and that is willing to step up to fossil fuel CEOs and guarantee our future. Holly has shown that she is that person, while Herb is not. And for those reasons, I'm proud to introduce Holly Mitchell.
Hi, I'm State Senator Holly Mitchell, a proud endorsed candidate of the Sunrise Movement, and I'm running for the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors 2nd District. You know, for the past 10 years, I've had the pleasure of serving over 1 million LA County residents as a member of the California legislature. And during that time, having introduced 118 bills, 90 of which have been signed into law by the past two administrations, I've been able to bring forward legislation that I think really meet the needs of working families and their children. Bills that have dealt with criminal justice reform and juvenile justice reform, bills that have focused on affordable housing, bills that have dealt with poverty and really worked to eliminate childhood deep poverty, bills that dealt with race and discrimination, like the Crown Act that allows us to wear our natural hair at work and school. Bills that, quite frankly, for many of my colleagues seemed unreachable. But based on the needs of my community, I stepped into the fold and did all that I could to deliver. Early legislation on environmental justice, bills to attempt to ban fracking, some of which I wasn't successful on, but I know that involving my community and raising these important issues, we were able to move the needle toward a more progressive conversation in both the Assembly and the Senate. And for that, I'm very proud. The Los Angeles Times endorsed me in this race, and they refer to me as the moral compass of the legislature. I'm running for the LA County Board of Supervisors for a variety of reasons. You know, LA County is the most populous county in the nation with 10 million residents. 5 members of the Board of Supervisors govern a very complex system of county services that includes health services, mental health services, the largest jail system in the country, probation, juvenile justice, and even things like park and rec and arts and culture like the Hollywood Bowl and the LA County Natural History Museum. These are services that LA County residents, quite frankly, rely on to survive, to be able to take care of their families and be able to prosper. The 2nd District has a rich history of wonderful neighborhoods and communities. 9 cities actually comprise the 2nd District. Has rich history and also some of the communities that have experienced some of the toughest challenges that we're all experiencing now. A disproportionate number of LA County's unhoused hail from the 2nd District. Far too many of our kids in foster care come from the 2nd District. And it's also a district that has some communities that experience food deserts and don't have access to enough community-based health services or mental health services. That's why I'm running. And that's why I believe the residents of the 2nd District deserve really a transformational leader, not someone who deals in backroom dealing and transactions. I'm working hard, very hard every day to bring the resources to the table and the ideas to the table to help advance a situation of equity and justice for the people who live in LA County. Your support of me is really going to be what I need to get across the finish line come November. So again, thank you very much for your endorsement. And I'm Holly Mitchell, candidate for the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors, District 2.
Holly Mitchell!
Mitchell, ladies and gentlemen.
Holly Mitchell!
Holly Mitchell!
Holly Mitchell! Spooky Halloween energy.
Halloween energy. Oh, let me just say, her glasses are the coolest glasses I've ever seen in my life.
That is a fact. And I'm actually offended, but I am going to give this one to Holly.
Oh, and Holly was just endorsed by Mr. Bernie Sanders as well.
Unbelievable. Can you believe how many of the candidates on this lineup are endorsed by Bernie Sanders?
I can't believe.
Can I ask you a question though, Sandy?
I'm an open book.
Why weren't we endorsed by Bernie Sanders? I guess we've got some learning to do.
Yeah, I think we have some learning to do, and he has some explaining to do.
He has some explaining to do.
That's all I gotta say to Zadie. You know, and if you want to support Bernie supporting these candidates once again, throw a high in the donation bucket, aka type it in on your beep boop computer screen and give it 18, give it 36, give it 54, give it 180. And I bet there's something in between those other ones. And if you can figure it out, then you are the lucky winner.
525,000 of the award. And speaking of big winner of the award, we have crossed the halfway mark of our $15,000 goal.
I am so excited. $7,578. That is a good. Give it up for yourselves.
And I always said, I just want to hit $7,500 by 8:30 p.m. PST. And look at it right now, 8:30 p.m.
We did it. And Kayla has donated.
And Kayla has done it.
And Kayla has done it. And Kayla's the one who ding dong done it.
And so did Sydney, Bryn, Grayson, Anthony, and Jennifer.
Woo!
We love you.
We love you. Now, are you guys ready to laugh?
I know after the year I've had and I alone have had, I'm ready to laugh.
You know, 2020 is such a dumpster fire. We can only use a laugh right now.
And you know who's going to give it to us?
Our next comedian. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage.
Hi, I am a writer, comedian, overall confused person. I am Debris, and I'm very excited to be a part of this tonight. You know, everything feels like a lot, but it's nice to be able to be a part of this event and supporting these candidates for Sunrise Movement, and also just to like kind of be a part of something good. This can all feel a lot, and I know that, like, I don't know, there's like comedy and bits and all this stuff, but I just sort of wanted to offer something, like, I don't know, that was helpful to me, and some tips and tricks that I've learned, just how to stay centered and feel good while trying to do good and be engaged in my community. So yeah, these are just some tips that I picked up and that people have lent to me, and maybe I can just lend to you. The first thing I would say is take a deep breath. It is going to be okay. I know none of this feels like it's gonna be okay, but it is. Just take a deep breath and go for a walk. Like, seriously, go outside and go for a walk after this. When's the last time you went on like an actual head clearing walk that you just got to settle down and be with your thoughts? The other thing is, like, when you go on this walk, you're gonna see so many cool things about your neighborhood, about your community, and I can't think of a better way or a better place to start than going on a walk. On this walk, like, just take a look around, connect with your neighbors, say hey to folks, I don't know, check in with your neighbors, meet a guy, I don't know. A great tip, supporting local businesses. You know, it's so important to check in with these local businesses that are fabrics of our community, especially if it's places that we just like moved to. Meet people in these businesses, meet the shop owners, support Black-owned businesses and Asian-owned businesses and Latinx-owned businesses, and the business of this guy. What the heck is this guy up to? Support his business and hire the guy. it doesn't really, sorry, right, okay, open yourself to new experiences. There's going to be so many cool things in your community, like restaurants you've never tried, a farmer's market that maybe seems a little bit too far. Go to the farmer's market, go to this guy's house. What the heck? This guy's inviting you to his house, go to his house. It doesn't matter what the guy looks like. Oh, so you're like, who's this guy, who's this guy? It doesn't matter. He can be old guy, young guy, tall guy, short guy, big guy, small guy, up and coming actor, skateboarder, and model Nico Haraga. It doesn't matter who the guy is. Stop focusing on the guy. It's about the things we can do, right? Another thing, right? Donating. Donating doesn't just have to be about money, right? It can often feel that way. But another way to donate is your time, is the things you can offer, right? Maybe you are a really great cook and all of a sudden you find yourself at a soup kitchen, or you're really good at talking to your friends and mobilizing people, and you got a small network together of, you know, people just want to help out in your community, or maybe you're just really willing to be hit in the head by a guy, and the guy is like so down to do that for you. Offer that, give that, right? And that's actually something special and powerful that only you have. You know, I'm sorry, I gotta think, sorry, have the guy knock you out. Let the guy do it. What's the problem? Let it knock you out. And, you know, maybe he's got a big hunk of wood or a gun, or he's just got really big hands, like that sort of, you know, clobber down, a big fist like Donkey Kong, and he wants to hit you on the head. Let him do it. Why are you so? Let him do it. Open yourself up to this, because I'm sorry, there's a lot going on. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'm just very aware. There's a lot of things happening, and it is very stressful. And for me, I don't know if I can do it. I don't think I can. To be perfectly frank, every day is more things happening news, and it is crazy time. And I voted early, you know what I mean? I did my part. I can't be here November 2nd at the latest. I gotta be out. I got to be in a coma. I need somebody to knock me into a coma, and I want to stay there. Maybe wake me up November 5th, maybe not. I don't care. I'm trying to get knocked out. I am tired. I am so tired. And at this point, I don't really think I can.
Hi, I'm Susan Sarandon. I'm happy to be with you tonight. I'm here because I support progressive candidates who support the Green New Deal. Now, I think it's pretty easy to see that this has been a bitch of a year with rampant wildfires, historic flooding, the pandemic, people falling through the cracks left and right, rampant police brutality. I say we're in an emergency, and an emergency takes action by its citizens. The reason that I support these candidates is because they are not being paid for by corporate interests. And that's why they are free to change the system. It's that simple. So if we expect people to work for us, we have to support them. And I hope that you will. We are enough. We can make a difference. We're in an emergency situation, and it's time for us to take over. I thank you all for coming here, and I just want to say I believe in you.
She believes in us.
She believes in us. And I just want to give just a huge thank you to my very dear friend, Susan Sarandon, who very graciously, you know, we were out for a social distance hang.
Of course. Mask on.
Right. And I told her, you know, about the show we were doing, and she was like, please let me be a part of it. And I was like, oh, we're kind of full. But she like literally like started crying, and I was like, okay.
Like, okay. But wait, Sandy, so Susan was a surprise guest. Like, we didn't announce that Susan was coming.
We did not.
And we also, I hate to say it, have another surprise guest that we are so excited to share with you.
We are so excited to share with you Pepper. Pepper is my little kitten, and he's been terrorizing me all night because I locked him in another room so that he wouldn't come bite my computer. Pepper, say hi to everyone.
Hi, Pepper. Pepper looking at me.
Pepper looking right at you. Guys, Pepper wants you to donate to these amazing candidates because I want to see a future that Pepper can believe in. I want a future where Pepper can breathe clean air and Pepper can run around in a beautiful world full of no more climate change.
And what is Pepper's stance on fracking?
Okay, so this is kind of embarrassing, but Pepper actually has invested heavily in fracking. Because Pepper owns a big farm, and he got actually paid off to let people frack. It's kind of like a messy situation. I was trying to explain to him, like, fracking's not good. Fracking is like really, really bad for the environment and has really, really devastating effects on the people that live in the area that it fracks. And
I wouldn't have been okay with Pepper being on the show if I had known sort of the complicated situation with Pepper.
I know, but he wants a Green New Deal.
Okay.
Or sorry, he wants the Pepper plan.
Oh, the Pepper plan. Pepper plan.
Pepper plan. So please donate for Pepper. And guys, we actually have to announce one of our candidates that we have endorsed, who is our next candidate that's going to speak. She is actually not eligible for Act Blue because she is a judge, and judges need to be nonpartisan, so she can't use the Act Blue website, but we still want to make sure that she gets money from this fundraiser for her campaign. This is for Miana Dellinger, for LA County Judge. And if you go to this website,
fundraisingconnections.com/C/Miana Dellinger,
then you can donate directly to her so that she also benefits from this stream. We wish she could be a part of the Act Blue, but we understand. We understand, Miana.
But do it for Miana and do it for Pepper. Do it for Pepper's future. Please donate.
And
so in this next section, we're going to have a little blitz for Miana. Please donate.
And if you are excited by anything that you hear Miana say, that you hear our next guest say about Miana, please throw her a friggin' bone and throw her a friggin' dollar, I swear to God.
And in that spirit, should we turn it over to our next speaker?
I think we should. We have another Sunriser. Please give it up for Claire.
Hi, my name is Claire Santangelo. I'm a member of Sunrise LA and am a Pisces Sun, Gemini Moon, Capricorn Rising. But I'm here tonight to introduce Miana Dellinger, who's running for LA Superior Court Seat 72. Out of all the down ballot races, judicial seats are usually some of the most overlooked. These races are underrated but genuinely super important. Like the signs that tell you you're gonna have to merge soon, or white blood cells, or the invention of the tweezer. Also, it can be hard to distinguish between judges without a party next to their name, so oftentimes we only have endorsements to go off of. Not all judges are the same though. Miana doesn't take police union or fossil fuel money. Her opponent does. Miana is a lifelong environmentalist, a Fulbright scholar, and a tenured law professor. 2020 has taught us that we need fundamental, systematic change, and that includes more diverse courts. We need judges who aren't bought. And with that, I am so proud to introduce Miana Dellinger.
Hi, my name is Miana Dellinger, and I'm running to be judge here in LA County for seat number 72. Check me out at dellingerforjudge.com. Of course, voting is hugely important, so thank you so much to the Sunrise Movement for promoting us candidates who know that climate change is one of the most serious problems faced by mankind and animals today. And of course, thank you so much to the celebrity contributors. Climate change affects everyone from regular people to our favorite celebrity stars. But how are judges involved in this process? Well, judges interpret and apply environmental regulations, and they also interpret existing case law. For example, the cities of San Francisco and Oakland brought suit against 5 major oil companies for costs related to rising sea levels, flooding, and for hiding the fact, as they have, we now know, for decades that they actually knew how dangerous climate change was, just as did Big Tobacco about the dangers of big tobacco back when. Another example is our Children's Trust. Young people in that case sued the government for their constitutional right to a safe and healthy environment. Incidentally, I worked on developing that theory when I was a law student at the University of Oregon. So courts rule on these issues. So yes, voting for judges is important too. And you could find out about us on our website and different other places. My particular background is that I'm a law professor, so I'm something completely different than the typical judicial candidate. I graduated as number 1 in my law school class out of 200 people. I'm a Fulbright scholar in climate change law and policy. I'm also a National Science Foundation peer reviewer. I trained with state level and federal level trial and appellate court judges for years, so behind the scenes, which is on point, very relevant experience for this position. I'm also a top 10% author on the Global Social Science Research Network, SSRN, and I've been so for 4 years consecutively for my research in climate change. I have hundreds of citations to my writings, both on climate change, but also for an article I wrote about trophy hunting, basically debunking the myth that killing rare animals will help save the species. And that article was globally referenced as well. I won the Best Legal Article of the Year award in an environmental law journal for an issue of California Climate Change and Environmental Justice. So all of this is directly relevant experience to being on the bench, yet presenting a very different background. And in fact, I'll bring some new perspective to the judiciary. I'm not supported by big oil or law enforcement, which is also important. I am supported by different types of large, progressive, fact and science-based organizations. I believe that science and facts matter. I'm supported by scientists, attorneys, elected lawmakers such as Maxine Waters, community groups, people like you and me. I'm also very diverse, if not of color, then otherwise. I'm an immigrant. I'm from Denmark. I'm female. I was born and raised in a blue-collar family in a very adverse and not very elite background. I'm multilingual. And I think I reflect a lot more of what LA County really looks like today. And I firmly believe that governments, including the judiciary, which is a co-equal branch of the government, a third of the government, needs to be a lot more representative of the people they actually represent. In short, I'm the most qualified candidate for this seat. I'll be a judge of, for, and by the people. And again, my name is Mariana Dellinger for seat number 72. Check me out at dellingerforjudge.com. Go vote. Let's do it. Thank you.
Hi!
Hi, Simon.
How's it going?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you guys?
You know, we're having a blast hosting this show.
Very happy. You want to introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah. Hello, audience. My name is Simon. I use he and pronouns, and I am a member of Sunrise LA Youth and Sunrise LA on the elections team.
So cool. I guess first question we would love to ask is, are we too old to be in Sunrise Movement?
No. Sunrise Movement is a youth movement, but we also, and you guys are, yeah, no, you guys are youth in some ways.
They'll let us in.
I was actually in an argument with my dad about this.
About if we're old?
Your dad was asking if we were too old to be hosting this show and be part of the Sunrise Movement.
Sunrise is welcoming of any age. So.
And that's why we're allowed in, because of the elder.
No.
And Simon, how old are you?
I'm 14.
Wow.
You're so cool. You are so cool.
How did you get involved with Sunrise?
Actually, I got involved like at the beginning of quarantine. So I was looking around at various places. And I guess like climate change had always been like an issue for me. And then I found Sunrise and I was like, wow, they're singing songs and they're like something about the energy of the movement was like really drew me in. And so now I'm here. Yeah.
Would you mind, for people who are watching this who are newer to the movement or are finding out about it for the very first time, would you mind just explaining what the Sunrise Movement is?
Yeah, we are a youth movement to stop climate change and create millions of good paying jobs in the process. We're building like an army of young people to like fight for social justice, but also make climate change a priority, and like elect Green New Deal champions and leaders who will stand up for the people and not corporations. That's what we do.
Love that. Well, I love the sound of that. Are there any environmental issues that you feel particularly passionate about in general or in this election cycle?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just the Green New Deal.
Oh,
interesting.
Here I was thinking that shirt said Green Day, and now. Wait,
No.
do you know the band Green Day?
I do have a band Green Day.
Okay. Thank God.
But
I was wondering if you had any advice for people like you who feel really frustrated or hopeless right now.
yeah, I mean, we're in such a mess right now. Oh my goodness. For me, what's helping is taking action, and like showing up to actions. So like, you know, COVID safely. My first action ever was maybe a month ago at Tony Cardenas's house. He is a congressman in the East San Fernando Valley. We went to his house with Angelica Duenas, and we just like shouted and like sang songs and woke him up. And it was so amazing. And like, because it was the first action, like sunrise action I had been to, it was just really, really powerful.
Yeah, that's amazing. What are some ways day to day that you're taking action or staying involved?
Yeah. Day to day, it's phone banking. And I know you guys have all heard way too much about phone banking, but phone banking is so important. Phone bank, especially if you're phone banking for local candidates in LA, like people are pretty nice. Yeah, it's just a really fun, really important way to help out.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agree.
If there are people out there that are interested in getting involved with the amazing work that the Sunrise Movement does, where should they start?
Yeah. Well, if you are in LA, which I think a lot of you are, you can show up to the Sunrise LA Hub. You can like follow us on like Instagram or Twitter or whatever the place is and get involved through that. Go to local organizers and see where you can get involved.
Well, anything else you want to say that we haven't asked you about or that you want to talk about?
No, I think we've pretty much covered everything.
I think so.
I think we did a good job.
I think we did too. That was great.
Hi everyone, my name is Bonnie Wright and I'm excited to be with you this evening. I'm here because I believe in a better future. This year has been incredibly challenging, but I feel and know that we can turn this around. I see a future with healthy oceans and healthy communities and a healthy relationship between people and the planet. I really wouldn't be here if I didn't believe and were hopeful for this reality. It first starts by electing progressive candidates up and down the ballot, like the ones that we have with us today. It is important that we elect those who are prioritizing the climate, prioritizing workers' rights, and prioritizing justice. It really cannot wait any longer. So I invite you in any way you can to support these candidates, and I thank you for joining us today.
And we thank you, Bonnie Wright.
And we thank you, Bonnie Wright. And guess who else we thank?
What?
Oh, and guess who else we thank?
Oh, who else?
Well, there's a lot of people, Mitra. God.
Bernie for the endorsements.
Bernie for the endorsements. We thank Mariana Dellinger. We thank everyone who has donated to Mariana Dellinger.
We thank Claire for intro.
And Simon.
Simon for president.
Simon for president.
Even though Simon said that we are the oldest person that people that he's ever met.
Yeah, he asked me, we cut it out of the interview, but he asked me if it was really inspiring to see the Beatles perform live in the 60s.
Yeah, I would say that the things that Simon said to us could be classified as elder abuse. I also want to quick shout out Rose and Sasha who just donated. And Sandy, where are we at donations wise? Just curious, asking for a friend.
Oh, well, you should tell your friend that we are at $8,223.
Hey, Brian, we're at $8,223.
Brian's over there?
Me and Brian. This is Brian. The biggest water bottle of all time.
Woo! Now, guys, I don't know if you remember this, Mitra, but right before we got on the stream, I was like, fuck, am I allowed to say fuck? Whatever. I really hope that we raise $8,551 before 8:59 p.m. I don't know if you remember me saying that.
No, I remember that. That was a huge moment for me, actually, when you said that.
So, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, if you are excited for more stream, more comedy, more music, more amazing endorsements, hit that donate button. Thank you, Natalie, for donating, who just smashed that donate button.
And I also just want to say that the phone banks are still available to sign up this Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. There's going to be a phone bank for Constantine Anthony, who you've already seen on the live stream tonight. Constantine is DSA nationally endorsed. We love that. We love to see it.
We love to see it.
You know what else we love to see? The DSA LA voter guide, an amazing voter guide if you're in LA looking for progressive candidates to donate to, well, donate, but also vote for all over that ballot. Check it out.
Yeah, I just got my ballot in the mail and I felt like I was looking through it and there are so many props on the ballot this year that like I know about Prop 15. I know about like, the ones that are, that DSA talks about a lot, but the DSA LA voter guide, it goes through all the props, gives recommendations and guidelines for voting, and it was really, really helpful when I was looking through my ballot. So I definitely recommend. You can Google that, or we also put it in our link tree, which is linked. There it is.
Yes. Shout out to David, who's been running tech for all of this. Has been everything you see on the screen. It's coming from David. It's coming from Haley. It's coming from Eric. All of our tireless people who are involved in this. We'll list off more of them at the end of the show, but I just want to shout them out right now because every time we say something, it's actually not us putting them on the screen against all odds.
Against all odds. But guess who is about to be on who is about to be put on the screen?
Oh, who is about to be put on the screen, Sandy?
It's another comedian.
You're telling me we're going to have more laughs tonight?
I'm telling you we're going to have more laughs, and I'm telling you it's one of my favorite comedians.
And one of mine too.
And so, truly one of the funniest, most innovative performers that I would say I've ever seen. And you're going to love him. Please give a very warm Sunrise LA welcome to Julio Torres.
Hi, hello, hi, how are you? My name is Julio, and I've noticed that both parties are getting very creative with the merch they're selling on their websites to fundraise for their respective candidates. Trump sells this thing called the Trumpy Bear, which is like a teddy bear with a big red tie, and the Biden Harris team is now selling fly swappers because of the fly. So I thought, oh, that's so fun. How about I come up with other ideas, other creative ideas for merch for them to sell on their websites. So here are just some ideas I had. Maybe the Republican side can sell a fragrance, an Axe-like fragrance for Trump supporting Latinos called a Pobrecito. Or maybe they can sell a self-help book, for the general Trump supporter called Honey, He Doesn't Care If You Live or Die. Or they can sell like a a fun voter suppression board game called Don't Let Them Vote. And in it, kids get to like redraw maps, throw away mailboxes, throw away ballots, just fun like stuff like that, or like moving polling places from poor neighborhoods to just like Daddy Mitch McConnell not let people vote. Or how about a Christmas music box? A Melania Christmas music box that when you open it, you hear her saying, "Who gives a fuck about Christmas?" Which is a quote from the Republican First Lady saying, "Who gives a fuck about Christmas?" It's online. Or how about some Halloween costumes? You could go as just like the concept of fracking, and all night you can be like, oh, Republicans, Democrats, they all love me. They're all obsessed with me. Or you can dress up as the doctor notifying the White House that Trump has COVID, going like, hi, do you have a second? They can also sell a socialist Halloween costume. It's basically just whatever clothes you have, but you're overhearing an attack ad on Biden, where Trump claims that Biden is part of the radical left, and you're like, wow, I wish. Or maybe the Trump campaign can sell a commemorative coin featuring Donald Trump stepping on a scale and weighing in at a gorgeous 132 pounds. Well, you know, those are basically my fun merch ideas. I hope you enjoy them. I hope this wasn't too long. Please vote. Okay? All right. Thank you. Bye. Oh, and not for Donald Trump. Please vote not for Donald Trump. Okay, bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Sky Smith and I'm an activist with the Sunrise Movement. My family immigrated from the Philippines in the 60s and we've lived in Highland Park since 1978. So to me, District 34 is home. The per capita income in this district is $35,000. For comparison, the per capita income in Beverly Hills is over $80,000. But those are just numbers. What those numbers look like in real life is neighbors coming and going as gentrification raises the price of rent. It looks like family and friends coming to me in fear because they aren't sure that they can afford the houses that they were raised in. It looks like regulars coming into the coffee shop I work at, stopping to refuel before their second, third, or even fourth job. Living in this area, it's clear that our current representation in Congress does not have our best interests at heart. I, like many of you I'm sure, don't really want to be thinking about any of this stuff. I want to be able to focus on work and school and family and rest easy knowing that the voice that District 34 has in Congress is a voice that's fighting for me. That voice is David Kim. David's campaign is completely grassroots funded. Because he doesn't owe corporations a single cent, he can put his constituents first. He is funded by us, elected by us, and will finally be a representative in Congress for us. David's running a progressive platform that is dedicated to making this community, his community, better. David has lived and worked in this district since his own childhood, and because of that, he knows the issues we face and how best to tackle them. In fact, he's already begun. David's campaign launched a universal basic income trial. They are giving 25 recipients $850 a month, no strings attached. David has signed on to the Green New Deal to create jobs and infrastructure and transition us into a more sustainable future. David stands for police reform, education, and accessible healthcare for all. I could go on, but I think maybe he should tell you more. And the most reassuring thing is that he will. David is genuinely interested in his constituents, and he is the rare politician that listens. So it is now my pleasure to introduce David Kim.
Hi everyone, my name is David Kim, and I'm running to represent California's 34th Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives. First of all, thank you to Sunrise Movement LA for putting this event together. It's absolutely crazy to think that we're less than a month away from Election Day. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with our race, we're running to represent a congressional district that is one of the poorest out of all the 435 districts in America. While we of course need to focus on a greener, cleaner future, my district is a reminder of how we also need to focus on now, solving cooling inequity and air and water pollution. Climate change affects us today and tomorrow, and we must tackle both. But because of our district's financial situation, where over 40,000 of our brothers and sisters experience homelessness and so many more must work 2 to 3 jobs to make ends meet, we need to find solutions that include climate change and address even more. And so that's why my campaign is running on a platform that will give all of us a floor to stand on. We believe that here in one of the world's wealthiest nations, we deserve a floor that's more than zero. That includes universal basic income, Medicare for all, a homes guarantee, and of course, a Green New Deal. We believe that all of these core policies, while few in number, are big enough in their impact and how they intersect to create an entire new foundation for our country and its future. We're proud of running a campaign that says compassion and politics don't have to be allergic, don't have to be mutually exclusive to one another. And you'll notice I keep saying we, because our campaign is truly a collective effort, because we, just like America, can be better when we work together. And that's why we're so grateful again for Sunrise for hosting this event, for letting us reach more progressive voters and viewers and base like you. Thank you so much again. Please enjoy the rest of your event. And thank you for backing such an important movement. Have a great night, and remember that our planet needs all of us. See you November 3rd. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Amy Poehler, and I am honored to be part of the voices tonight that are speaking to you about the candidates that Sunrise LA is supporting, about the progressive candidates and how we can amplify their message and raise money for them. And also, I'm honored to be among the company tonight, including the great Sandy and Mitra, who do such amazing work for the unhoused and food insecure in this city. As a person who lives in both New York and Los Angeles, I am aware of the climate change crisis that we are in, and I am doing my own work to try to contribute, amplify, and support progressive candidates who are taking this seriously, making plans, and trying to leave a better planet for my kids and for yours. And really, at the end of the day, you don't have to be a person who has kids to want the place you live to be clean, safe, and thriving. So I encourage you all to donate tonight if you can, money or time, or spread the word even if there's nothing that you can share, and to take a good look at the patterns and habits that you have. Small changes, as we know, can make a really big difference. So thank you for listening and including me in your evening, and best of luck to all the candidates who deserve to have their voices and their platforms heard.
Woo! Agreed!
I agree. Thank you so much to Amy Poehler. Thank you so much to David Kim. Thank you so much to Sky, to Julio Torres.
And for those of you who are interested in David Kim, there is going to be a phone bank for David Kim's campaign this Sunday. He is also endorsed by Marianne Williamson and Andrew Yang. So please check that out if you want.
Oh my God. We are so excited, guys. We have raised $8,518. We broke the record that I had set for us earlier, and Pepper is eating the food that is on my table.
I really believe that we can hit 10K tonight, maybe even 15K, who knows? But I really believe that we can hit 10K. So if you are teetering on the verge of donating, now would be the time.
Yes.
Because I was just saying to Sandy during the break, I was like, I really, really, really want to hit $8,800 by 9:15.
I know. That was something that when you said that, I was like, Mitra, that's really interesting, because I was actually thinking that before you said it, and I didn't want to say anything. But then when you said it, I was like,
that makes sense.
Okay, mind meld. What are we, twins?
And also, we just want to quickly shout out Abby and Jeffrey, who have worked so hard on making this show happen. Truly an insane amount of work, and they are just two of the incredible people who have made this show happen. So we just want to say thank you so much, and thank you to all of you who are watching right now.
Yeah. And guys, we got some more show, and we have, boy, oh boy, we have a guest for you.
Boy, oh boy, do we have a guest for you.
Boy, oh boy, do we have a guest for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy, we're, very close friend of ours.
Up and comer, rising star.
Yes. You might know him, from his work in a little film called Joker. It was like an indie. I don't know if you guys seen it. It was like an indie. It was kind of a rom-com. It was making the rounds in the festival circuit. It was a rom-com about a guy and a girl, and I think that's it.
And how they sort of end up together and are happy.
And they make it work.
And they make it work. They really make it work.
You're watching the movie and you're like, are they going to make it work? And then, you're watching, and in the end, they make it work.
And if you hear the sound of cheering, it is my boyfriend in our house screaming because he loves Joker so much. And I just want to intro this next guest without further ado so that my boyfriend doesn't pass away.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
Academy Award winner.
Yeah, Academy Award winner, Joaquin Phoenix.
Hi everyone, my name is Joaquin, and I really am honored to be here tonight in support of all of these incredible candidates. The climate crisis is here. It's not something that's going to happen in the future, will not take care of itself, and it will affect everyone. That's why we need people like Angelica Duenas running for positions of power. Angelica is a mother, an educator, an activist, and she's running for Congress to fight for a more sustainable and equitable future. Stay healthy and connected to this movement so that we can hold those in power accountable. Thank you.
California is burning. While the skies burn, the oil and gas companies keep getting richer. So does Tony Cárdenas. Just last year, our representative took the third highest amount of campaign contributions from fossil fuel industry PACs in the country. The time for bold climate action is now. We need a Green New Deal, but Tony opposes it. California isn't going to stop burning while our representatives' pockets are being lined with big oil money.
We need a representative that cares about our community and our environment. We need someone who will carry California's climate crisis to Washington with the urgency it requires. I'm Angelica Duenas. I'm here to fight for you. I don't take money from PACs or special interests. I am fighting for a better, stronger, healthier, and more just Los Angeles. Our community is struggling. 2020 has proven what we already know. We need the Green New Deal. We need Medicare for all. We need housing for everyone in the San Fernando Valley and beyond. Vote for Angelica Duenas. It's time for change. We deserve better.
Vote for Angelica Duenas by mail starting now or in person on November 3rd.
Hello. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you, Joaquin, for such a wonderful intro. We are so glad that we were able to debut our campaign video with you all here tonight. Climate change, Medicare for all, and housing are central issues to our campaign. And as you heard, we take zero corporate funding. We are 100% people powered. And so we are depending on you and your support. If you're able to volunteer or if you're able to donate, please do visit our website, angelica4congress.com. That's Angelica, the number 4congress.com. We are 100% people powered and we can do so much with very little. I also want to say a big thank you to all the guests here tonight. A big thank you to Sunrise Los Angeles for making this happen today. And Mitra and Sandy for hosting. Thank you so much. And thank you everybody for watching tonight. We are 100% dedicated to this movement, but we can't do it alone. We're depending on you and your support. So thank you again for everything. Everybody keep on doing what we're doing. Together, we will win.
Yes.
You, Angelica. Wow, that campaign video was awesome.
That was amazing. And she is amazing. What a sensational candidate. The last of the candidates that we are introducing you to tonight, or not introducing you to, but supporting tonight. Oh my gosh, Sandy Koenig. I can't believe it. We have crossed the $9,000 threshold.
Oh my God, we did. Guys, we did. Now, I just want to really quick emphasize, because there was something that Angelica touched on in her video. And by video, I mean the thing that she said live. So she was emphasizing that these candidates are people powered. The people they are running against have this, they take money from big oil. They take money from corporations, from the police unions. They are getting massive amounts of money from people that are influencing the decisions that they make, that affect your lives, that affect our lives. And all of the money that you give tonight goes to the candidates that do not take money from the special interests, that do not take money from the corporate interests. Let's get to $10,000, guys.
I really think we can do it. We've got a little bit of show left. We are so excited about the people that we have performing on the rest of this show. We are so grateful to you for watching and for donating. Let's hit that 10K mark so that we can support these incredible candidates. And make sure, please do it for Pepper's future.
Do it for Pepper's future.
And to the 238 people who have already donated, we love you.
We love you.
We love you.
We love you. Now we have an amazing guest coming up right now.
I don't know how we could top what just happened.
I don't know because what just happened. Bonafide star.
Star of a show. Star of two shows.
Star of a show. Star of two shows. Star of stage. Star of screen.
That's true. There's no denying that.
She's so the funniest person. So nice and kind and gorgeous.
Please. She's on. Oh, you go. She's on Shrill and Saturday Night Live. If that
Ever heard of it?
Ever heard of it?
Ever heard of it? Thank you, Valentina, for donating.
Valentina's heard of it.
Oh, Pepper just almost unplugged my gorgeous light. But
everybody, please put your hands together, freak out for the sensational Ady Bryant.
Hi, I'm beautiful star and actress Ady Bryant. Now, my agent, publicist, and my undertaker all agreed that I should be here tonight to promote myself because the Sunrise Movement is young and hot, and that's what you want to be in Hollywood. And of course, tonight is about LA. Paparazzi! Oh my God, paparazzi! No, paparazzi. Okay, I don't honestly know what this footage is going to be used for, but I figured I would just cover my bases in case they're going to intercut me with a bunch of celebrities to make like an impassioned PSA. So here we go. We must today use plastic power. Taken. These demons. Shaken. Squirt. Lights, camera, action! Nothing is more Hollywood than making the crossover from beautiful actress to beautiful singer. And don't worry, my music is actually social justice based. The rich should not be taxed. The rich should not be taxed. We can all agree that the rich should not be taxed. Unions don't win Oscars. The rich should not be taxed. Corporations are being taxed. Oh yeah. Glitz, glamour, Hollywood galore. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, diamonds. Oh yeah. Oh dang. Crap. We've had too much damn ass fun. Well, guess what? I don't know if you could hear that, but yeah, that's my Hummer limo. They're calling to take me to the shooting range. We're gonna have some gun fun. Love y'all.
I am laughing at home.
Thank you so much, Adie. Oh.
And I just want to, like, for the viewers at home, I just can't emphasize enough how alone Sandy and I are hosting. We're in empty rooms alone, screaming to the camera. So your support means everything in this time.
We can't hear laughs here in quarantine.
But we can see donations.
We can see donations. Consider a donation one clap of the hand.
Consider one, for every dollar you donate, I take that as one laugh.
For every dollar that you donate, I take that as it's keeping me from going over the edge.
We lost Sandy.
Every dollar that you give, it's stopping for breaking.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Jonathan. We have $9,486. Okay. We are frighteningly close to the 10K mark. Please, if you 240 donors, that's amazing. So if you are thinking about donating, now is the time.
Because the show is almost over. And I know that you're thinking to yourself, but the show was so short. But no, you wanted more. You want this to go on, but you have to donate. We have to get to the 10K.
I don't know what my life is going to look like when I'm not hosting this show.
No, it's really going to be dark. What's going to happen is the second the show is over, I'm going to turn off the ring light and I'm going to sit in the dark and stare at a wall. Please donate to the candidates.
Please donate. They need you. We need you. The only way I'm going to go to bed tonight is if we hit that 10K number. Can we hit that 10K number? Please?
Let's hit that 10K number. Please, please, please.
Please.
And I want you to think about me and Mitra whining and crying. Think about, will you be able to sleep at night? Will you be able to sleep at night if we do not hit that 10K? And I don't mean to attack you. And I actually meant to say thank you so much. And I love you.
And I actually meant to say thank you so much, and I love you too. So I'm sorry that I've been so intense. But just a reminder, this is not about us whining. This is about 9 incredible candidates. And I'm going to scream their names at you right now to remember that you need to donate to them. So we're talking about Angelica Duenas. We're talking about David Kim. We're talking about Fatima Iqbal Zubair. We're talking about Godfrey Santos Plata. We're talking about Holly Mitchell. We're talking about Constantine Anthony, Mayana Dellinger, Nithya Raman, thank you, Henry, and Sasha Renee Perez. All of this money is going to them.
It's going to them for mailers, for campaign ads, they are up against these people who are getting the money from the bad places, guys.
And these people are getting, these people are getting money from good places because it's coming from you and people like you.
Probably you love you, then give the money, please. You love you. And I am just going to say again that I understand it's a pandemic and people are strapped for cash. And if you're really, really feeling squeezed and you're like, I really can't donate, please volunteer for these campaigns. It's really fun. All these candidates, the people that are volunteering for them are so nice. Phone banking is fun. Writing postcards is fun. No-knock canvassing is fun.
And I mean, it just feels like such a difficult, hopeless time because it can feel that way. And there's nothing that makes me feel better than getting involved in one of these people's campaigns because it makes me feel legitimately hopeful. And it's nice to be a part of something that feels positive and hopeful and progressive. So Please get involved in any way that you can. Donate if you can. And if you can't, there's so many other ways to really make an impact, truly. So thank you. And we have another musical guest for you.
And it is our last performer of the night. Can you believe this?
We are such massive fans of this performer. She is so talented, and we're so grateful that she has given us her time and her energy and her music. Please put those little hands together for Madison McFerrin.
Hey everybody, I'm Madison McFerrin, and you are tuning in to Rise by the Sunrise Movement. The climate crisis is here, and we got to do something about it. One of the best ways to do something is to vote for progressive candidates who are willing to look at our future and what's on the line. We cannot deny that climate change is real, especially in these last couple years. I mean, the West Coast is on fire, and we have to do something to make sure that our future and the future of the children and grandchildren and all of the children who are coming after us have a habitable planet to live in. I am so grateful to be here with you guys today. I'm going to sing my song Try off of my EP, You and I hope you guys are all inspired to try to do your best during these crazy, crazy times. Here we go. It's a fight to try and listen, 'cause I might not know what to say. Selfishly I'm worried you might run and hide. Selflessly you're learning hold on to pride, but no sacrifice comes without mistakes. We could fly, take a leap of faith. It's time to decide. Feeling scared, but at least I'm living. Unprepared to walk away. I won't let the same thing stop us every time. But why is it that changing feels like a goodbye, but no sacrifice comes without mistakes. And we could fly, take a leap of faith, look inside, oh, don't you hesitate. We should fly, take a leap of faith. It's time to decide. Try, try, try. What is it you're waiting for? It's time to open up your eyes and see. You are what you're waiting for. Just open up your eyes. It's time to see. What is it you're waiting for? It's time to open up your eyes and see. You are what you're waiting for. Just open up your eyes. It's time to see. time to sing. It's time to sing. Thank you guys so much. Again, my name is Madison McFerrin. Don't forget to check out the link below to donate, volunteer, support Sunrise Movement, and don't forget to vote November 3rd. We need to make sure that we have progressive candidates who take care of this planet and take care of their citizens while doing so. Stay strong, everybody.
Oh, Madison McFerrin.
Madison McFerrin, that was amazing.
I listen to that song like every morning when I get ready because it just makes me feel good. I'm such a fan.
And what an amazing way to end the show.
We are so grateful to you watching the show. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us. Thank you so much to all of the people who performed on this show.
Yes, and thank you to all of the members of Sunrise LA and the people that made this stream possible. David Brown, who's been running the tech all evening and editing interviews for us. Haley Brown, who produced everything. Abby Austin, who produced everything. Jeff Borden, who did all the graphics. Eric Abris, who booked and produced. And Rio Ash and Tom Pike. And Mitra Johari.
And Sandy Honig for truly turning my life around by introducing me to the Sunrise Movement. I am so grateful.
And we just got an update on the amount that we've raised. Let's bring it up on the screen, David.
Yes!
$1,766. Now that's a pretty penny, I'd say.
Now that's a fundraiser.
A fundraiser. And thank you so much to everyone that has signed up for phone banking. Thank you to everyone. Oh, thank you, Samantha.
Thank you, Samantha.
Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Brecklin.
Thank you, Brecklin. And just a reminder to everybody, you are still able to sign up for phone banking through the Sunrise Movement, and you might just even get to do it with your very own Sandy Honig hosting the phone bank, or someone else who's really cool. There are opportunities to postcard, to do no-knock canvassing. There are so many ways that you can get involved that don't involve money. Thank you to those of you who did donate money, but just make sure that you find a way to get involved. It really does matter in this election and all others.
And all others. And also, wait, what was I going to say? I had something, and it was so good.
Well, the other thing I want to say is just if you have yet to vote, please consult the Knock LA and DSA LA voter guides. We hit.
Oh my God, we hit 10K! Oh my God! Who did that? Show yourselves. Show yourselves who did that.
Brecklin.
It was our surprise donor, Brecklin. You know, these candidates are so amazing. We are so grateful to you for watching. Don't forget to vote. Oh, it was Zoe.
Thank you, Zoe. This is amazing. What a way to end the show.
Yes.
Let's get out of here. Thank you so much.
Have a great night. Woo-hoo! Uh-oh.
I wake up every morning, I hear your feet on the stairs. You're in the next apartment, I hear you singing over there. This groove is out of fashion, these beats are 20 years old. the ones outstanding in the cold. Strained overtone in the music you are playing, all harmonized. It is strong and you are tough, but the heart is not